Hello everyone and welcome. This is the weekly astrology forecast for May the 3rd to May the 9th. So, the story of the week. It's a week of integration and emotional balance. So, the dust is settling a little bit after all Aries energy that we've had going on recently and all that intensity. So, the heart softens a little bit. Our energy begins to find its rhythm again. So it'd be like imagining smoothing your hands over fresh garden soil. Everything feels that little bit calmer. You're out in the air, it's clearer, everything's ready to grow. And we have sprinkles, a few sprinkles in places of tension and intensity. So let's take a quick look at the key transits. So we start the week off with Mercury entering Taurus May the 3rd until the 17th of May, joining the Sun that's been in Taurus now for a little while. Then we have Mars in Aries squaring that Jupiter in Cancer on the 5th of May. Now this will just sort of heighten everything. And then Mercury in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius also on the 5th of May. And Mercury in Taurus making another aspect to the North Node where it's sextiling the North Node in Pisces. And then on May the 9th, we have that last quarter moon in Aquarius. So what does this all mean? Mercury entering Taurus on the 3rd of May, right up until that 17th of May, so that's a couple of weeks. And Mercury in Taurus is very methodical, steadfast, that sort of slow thinking, not always very speedy. Think slow and steady wins the race. It likes to take its time to move through the options in a very detailed and methodical way until it understands and assimilates all of the pieces. So it's very good energy for sustained study or a good day to think about taking care of ourselves and for anything that appeals to our sense of comfort and nurturing. You know, Taurus is renowned for wanting to kind of take care of ourselves and enjoy the sensual side of life. So our thinking will take us there, our thoughts will take us to those places. So then we have Mars in Aries squaring Jupiter in Cancer on the 5th of May. So direct Aries squaring Jupiter. There may well be some tension between wanting to forge ahead, what I want rather than what we need to do in order to nurture ourselves. Or this energy can sometimes push us to extremes and excess with no thought of any consequences. So it's a really good day to take on tasks at home, to take on something that's challenging or difficult. We can be prone to excess here, so that's the little warning that comes with this energy as well. So watch out for taking on too much risk. Okay, so also on the same sort of timeline, we have Mercury in Taurus squaring Pluto in Aquarius, May the 5th. This is all about our obligations and what we are required to do for the whole. Both of these signs, Taurus and Aquarius, are fixed signs. So this energy can feel a little bit uncomfortable. Taurus is all about self-worth, money, self-esteem, what we own, what we possess. Whilst Pluto in Aquarius is about the wider community, humanity. And Pluto brings in that transformational energy and that power dynamic. This can bring in communication that is stalled or transformative, and it can bring in power gains. So just something to look out for there. And alongside that energy, we also have Mercury in Taurus sextiling the North Node in Pisces. So this is practical action and planning, helping us to move closer to our desired missions, our life purpose, our goals. This is a really lovely, supportive aspect, and it can help us to think about practical next steps in our mission or communicate that in a very organised, practical, methodical way. And this brings us to the last quarter moon in Aquarius on May the 9th. So this is really all about reflection, letting go, embracing new ways of thinking and change, bringing in fresh innovation, ideas, things that are slightly outside of the box. So weekly themes, it's all about integrating the energy, bringing in a bit of harmony and bringing a bit of emotional balance after some of the turbulent times that we've experienced recently. Steady progress, bringing in that Taurus theme, creative expression, and this week will help us to align our inner world with our outer actions. So how best do we work with this week? We integrate the recent changes. We try and create harmony where possible in relationships. Very good energy for organising our routines, for planning, for mapping things out step by step. Expressing ourselves creatively, getting outside, moving at a steady, grounded pace. This is a week to stop, take a breath, align your energy and your intentions, and get ready for what's coming. So, weekly affirmations: I move in harmony with my life. I welcome balance and clarity. I honour my body's natural rhythm. I integrate everything that I've learned. And then, in summary, it's all about expressing, refining, harmonising, getting in touch with that emotional balance, that grounded alignment. So, hope you all managed to get a bit of peace and quiet and steady, orientated energy this week. And I look forward to catching up with everybody next week. Much love, Maria. Have a great week.